When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is a story about following your dreams and listening to your heart. Santiago, a young shepherd from Spain, dreams of discovering a treasure buried near the Egyptian pyramids. Guided by this vision and a series of encounters with wise figures, Santiago embarks on a transformative journey across continents. Along the way, he learns to interpret the signs of the universe, understand the deeper connections between all living things, and realize that true treasures often aren't materials but are found within. The novel emphasizes the importance of pursuing one's personal legend or true purpose in life. Let's dive into it. In a quaint village in Spain, young Santiago, a shepherd, dreams of a distant treasure buried near the Egyptian pyramids. This wasn't just a random dream, it was a call to adventure, one that tugged at his heartstrings. One day, under the shade of a sycamore tree, Santiago decided he would follow this dream. Santiago's first guiding light was Melchizedek, an old king from a distant land, who serves as one of Santiago's earliest guides in The Alchemist, providing foundational wisdom that sets the shepherd on his journey. Santiago learned 3 important lessons from Melchizedek. Lesson 1: Follow your heart and pursue your personal legend. Everyone has a personal legend, or a purpose in life. It's what you have always wanted to accomplish, and realizing it is the sole reason for human existence. Many people become aware of their personal legend when they're young, but societal pressures and fears can push them away from pursuing it. Melchizedek says, people learn, early in their lives, what is their reason for being, with a certain bitterness. Maybe that's why they give up on it so early. But that's the way it is. Santiago, a shepherd, is content with his life. He dreams of knowing the world and believes that being a shepherd is the best way to do so. However, after encountering Melchizedek and discussing his recurring dream of a distant treasure, he learns about the idea of a personal legend. Santiago recognizes that his dream of treasure might be a sign of a larger destiny or journey he's meant to undertake. Lesson 2: The world's greatest lie. Melchizedek, the old king, tells Santiago about the world's greatest lie. At a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. In essence, many believe that they cannot control their destiny due to external factors or fate. Santiago initially feels like he can't leave his sheep and his familiar life to chase a distant dream. But, when he hears of the world's greatest lie from Melchizedek, he is encouraged. He sells his sheep, gathers courage, and embarks on the journey to pursue his personal legend, rather than just letting life or fate guide him without his active pursuit. Lesson 3: The power of omens. Melchizedek teaches Santiago about the significance of reading omens and following them. The universe always gives signs, guiding individuals towards their personal legend. By recognizing and understanding these omens, one can navigate the path of their destiny. Santiago receives 2 stones, Urim and Thummim, from Melchizedek, to help him read omens. Though initially skeptical, as Santiago embarks on his journey, he becomes increasingly aware of the signs the universe gives him. From the robbery in Tangier, which forces him to take a job with a crystal merchant and learn valuable lessons, to meeting the Englishman who further elucidates the path of alchemy and personal legends. After arriving in the city of Tangier, Santiago is duped by a thief who robs him of his money. Penniless and stranded in a foreign land, Santiago starts looking for ways to earn and finds himself in front of a crystal shop. It's here that he meets the crystal merchant, and in a twist of fate, begins working for him. Their time together is one of mutual growth and understanding, and Santiago learns several valuable lessons during his tenure at the shop. Lesson 4: Fear of change can paralyze dreams. As Santiago and the crystal merchant converse, the merchant shares his recurring dream of visiting Mecca, a pilgrimage he's expected to undertake as a devout Muslim. Despite having the means, he's never pursued this dream, held back by the fear that once achieved, he might be left without purpose or meaning in life. Santiago keenly observes the merchant's apprehensions, recognizing the dangers of letting such fears stifle one's ambitions. This paralysis stands in stark contrast to Santiago's unwavering spirit and determination to chase his own dreams, furthering his journey toward the pyramids. Lesson 5: Taking risks can lead to greater rewards. While observing the bustling streets of Tangier, Santiago suggests innovative ways to improve the crystal merchant's business. He proposes setting up a crystal display outside the shop and offering tea in crystal glasses to passing travelers. Initially hesitant due to fears of theft or breakage, the merchant eventually agrees. These ideas greatly benefit the shop, attracting a significant influx of customers. Many pause to enjoy the refreshing drink served in beautiful glasses, transforming the shop's fortunes. Santiago's initiative demonstrates that even in unfamiliar situations, taking calculated risks can lead to unforeseen prosperity and success, overshadowing the merchant's initial apprehensions. Lesson 6: Comfort can be a trap. As the shop flourishes, Santiago observes the crystal merchant's repetitive and unchanging life, the same actions day in and day out, without much excitement or deviation. The merchant remains ensnared in his routine, neglecting his deeper desire to pursue his personal legend. His complacency stems not just from the hesitation over his dream to visit Mecca, but from a broader fear of change and breaking the cycle of familiarity. Reflecting upon his own past as a shepherd, Santiago recognizes that he too could have been entrapped in a similar comfort zone. But he chose to chase his dreams. Through the merchant's example, Santiago grasps the peril of letting comfort and fear prevent one from following their true aspirations, understanding the stagnation that can arise from shunning risks. Santiago then journeyed across the desert, joining a caravan where he met an Englishman, an aspiring alchemist. The Englishman was on a quest to uncover the secrets of alchemy from a renowned 200-year-old alchemist who was said to turn any metal into gold. Lesson 7: The journey matters. Appreciate the value of direct experience. The Englishman carries numerous books with him, attempting to understand the secrets of alchemy through written knowledge. Despite all his reading, he struggles to truly grasp the essence of alchemy. Santiago, on the other hand, learns more profound lessons by directly engaging with life and observing the world. Books and theoretical knowledge are valuable, but real understanding often comes from hands-on experience and direct engagement with the world. Lesson 8: Learn the special way everything talks. There's a special way that everything talks to each other. It's not with words we speak or write, but with feelings deep inside. It's like there's a secret way of talking that everything, like animals, wind, and stars, understands. Santiago learns from the Englishman that this special way of talking can be understood by studying alchemy. The Englishman reads a lot of books to learn this secret way and to understand the world's mysteries. Santiago starts to really look and listen to everything around him. He sees how the wind moves and feels the silent ways camels and people talk to each other without words. He begins to see that everything, from stars to the sand, has something to teach. He tries to really connect with everything around him to better understand this special way of talking. Books are good, but to really get something, you have to connect with everything around you. By really being there, listening, and looking closely, you can understand this special way of talking and feel more connected to everything. Lesson 9: Going after your big dream takes time and hard work. The Englishman has been learning about alchemy for a long time. He really wants to get it right. His journey has ups and downs, and sometimes he's unsure. Santiago's way of learning is different. He learns by doing and feeling. Going after what you want isn't always easy. It takes hard work, waiting, and never giving up, even if you don't see results right away. Both Santiago and the Englishman show that people can have different ways to reach their goals. What's important is to keep going and find the best way for you. On his journey, Santiago comes to a place with palm trees in the middle of the desert. Here, he meets a woman named Fatima. He thinks she's really beautiful, and he feels a strong connection with her. They fall in love, and Santiago learns important things from her that help him keep going after his dream. Lesson 10: True love does not hold back. Santiago really likes Fatima and thinks about staying with her always. But Fatima knows Santiago has important things to do. She tells him to go after his big dream and that if their love is real, they'll be together again. Real love doesn't trap or control you. It lets you be you and do what you need to do. It believes that no matter how far or long you're apart, the love stays strong. Lesson 11. Wait for the right time. Santiago is excited and wants to be with Fatima right away after they say they love each other. But Fatima, who knows a lot even though she's young, says she belongs to the desert. She tells him to wait and that things happen when they're supposed to. It's important to wait. Everything has its own time. Instead of hurrying, we should let things happen when they're ready. Lesson 12. The heart speaks louder than words. Even though Santiago and Fatima didn't spend much time together, they felt very close. They didn't need many words to understand each other. The quiet and big desert made their hearts' feelings even stronger. Sometimes, talking isn't needed. The heart can talk with feelings. When people really get each other, they can feel what the other person feels. In the desert, Santiago met the alchemist that the Englishman talked about. This wise man saw something special in Santiago. He said he'd show Santiago the way to the pyramids. On their trip, the alchemist shared many important lessons about life and dreams. Lesson 13. Listen to your heart. While traveling through the desert, the alchemist tells Santiago to listen to his heart. Santiago learns to know what his heart wants and feels. He finds out that his heart knows things that his mind doesn't. Our hearts hold feelings and knowledge. Listening to our heart helps us understand ourselves and the world better than just using our brains. Lesson 14. The fear of suffering is worse than suffering itself. Santiago is scared of the tough times ahead when going after his big dream. The alchemist tells him that worrying about problems is worse than facing them. The alchemist told Santiago, being scared of getting hurt is worse than actually getting hurt. When you chase your dreams, it's always worth it. We should tackle problems directly. Being too scared can stop us from going after what we really want. Sometimes, what we imagine is scarier than the real thing. The alchemist helps Santiago see what he can become and pushes him to chase his big dream. By giving clues, advice, and talking with him, the alchemist shows Santiago the way. He teaches Santiago that the adventure of chasing a dream is just as important, or even more important, than reaching the goal. Santiago had many challenges, like problems with desert people and trying to understand the world's language. He got to the pyramids looking for treasure. He dug but found no gold. Then he understood that the real value was in the adventure, the lessons he learned, and knowing what his heart really wanted. He went back to Spain and found a box of gold under a tree where his trip started. But the bigger lesson was that sometimes what we're looking for is right where we began. Going out and coming back helps us know ourselves better. With all he learned and with his new wealth, Santiago went back to the desert to be with Fatima. This finished his adventure of learning and love. Santiago's trip makes us think about our own lives and dreams and how we are connected to everything around us. When we face good and bad times in life, let's remember Santiago's story. It can help us find our own big goals, pay attention to signs that help us, and work to be the best version of ourselves. Thank you for watching this video.